We are a movement by and for people affected by multiple sclerosis.
Until we end this disease forever,
we will do whatever it takes
to accelerate breakthroughs.
We believe that we are stronger together.
That nobody should face MS alone.
We will be by your side every step of your journey.
From day one.
We'll be your partner through the challenges.
Sharing ideas and finding solutions.
We believe
that people live better lives
when they are understood and supported.
It's hard to hear.
But you look so good.
When you feel anything but.
Or to feel like MS is the only thing people see.
We will be there for your loved ones so they can be there for you.
We'll shine a light on what it means to live with MS.
Till the rest of the world understands.
We believe that everyone deserves affordable medications.
A doctor who knows MS.
And a healthcare system that puts you first.
You should never have to choose
between paying your bills
and getting the care you need.
We will make sure your voice is heard
loud
and clear.
We'll be your champion
from the halls of Congress
to City Hall.
We believe that you should be able to plan for the next 10 years.
Even the next 10 minutes.
Without MS getting in the way.
Complex problems take many solutions.
Coming together in just the right way.
We'll be there to help you piece it all together.
We'll work every day
so you can get what you want from life.
Even while living with this disease.
We believe that no one else should have to face the fear
and uncertainty
of an MS diagnosis.
And that those that have MS
should get back what they've lost.
Curing this disease
takes a global effort.
We will fund the most
promising leads
and gather the brightest minds
to find a cure
as fast as possible.
We'll be unrelenting
until the very
end.
We believe that we all have something to contribute.
Whether it's time,
money,
connections,
or sheer passion,
there is strength
in numbers.
We're calling on you to join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Find your place in this movement.
We need you.
We need you.
We need you.
Together, we will create a world free of MS.
Those are all the different steps that these guys had to go through to load and fire that weapon. And well-trained soldiers could go 2 to 3 a minute. And you saw how long that took when we went piece by piece and part by part. So these guys got very quick and very efficient at learning how to do this. Stuart.
Yeah. We learned how to handle the weapon. We learned how to load the weapon. Now, you're on the march. Will be shortly. And so what we have here is a battlefront. This is the formation from which they fought. However, it is not very efficient when you're trying to get from point A to point B. So what do you need to do? You need to go into a column of 4s, a marching column. So we're going to do that now, and in the course of that, we'll show you how they went from marching to a battlefront when they confronted the enemy, whether it was coming from the front, the right, or the left. Captain?
As Stuart said, this would be your battlefront. You would have that pointed towards the enemy that you were looking to fight. And this is very well organized and orderly. But what if I move this collection of men back behind you into the woods behind us? What's going to happen to that group of guys? It's going to be scattered. It's going to break up. There's going to be no organization. I can't keep a nice straight line. Things aren't safe. Things aren't in hand. So I have to have 2 basic positions. A position for fighting, a position for moving. What you're looking at right now is a position for fighting. But with one simple command sequence, we're going to go from this into our moving position. Attention company, shoulder, arm. Right, face. go from that flat line of 2 to a sequence of 4. What do you think is unique about how wide 4 men across are? It's roughly about as wide as what? A lane or a road, something like that. And it doesn't matter how long that line is, that can snake and bend and trace wherever I need it to go. But if an enemy appeared at our front right now, what would be the problem with the structure the way I've got these guys set up? If the enemy was over there and coming at us, why is this not a good position to be in?
Limited shooters.
Limited shooters. All I can have is the front guys fire. Everyone behind that, not combat effective. So I got to have those 2 structures, the moving structure and the fighting structure. And with a simple command, fire the left flank, march. They'll come right back into that fighting structure. But I need to have the ability to quickly move in different angles, because you never know what direction the enemy is going to come from. So I'm going to march these guys around a little bit, and we're going to deploy from this column that we saw a second ago to this battle line that you're looking at now, pointed in different directions depending on which way the enemy is going to come at them. Right? Hey! Oh! Oh!
It smells like candy.
Are they vulnerable right now?
It gets in your mouth and you have to spit it out.
It was everywhere. Cover, hard, low, front rank, ready, hey, fire, cover, hard, low.
Ask a dumb question. You need the height.
I haven't done this in a year.
Now, that particular way of firing the company is used as coverage fire.
Going out to meet up with one of my friends from the younger Bruins of the old ways, and I'm gonna watch those Confederate
ram the rods so they can shoot their balls all over the battlefield.
My great-great-great-grandfather Larkin slept right over there in them woods the night of July 2nd, the day before they would cross through those woods and engage in what became known as Pickett's Charge. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Hi.
Are these guys up doing their demo now?
They are.
Super. Thanks very much.
Can you have me the bride stand?
We're going to look at each one of these little segments. But you'll notice later when we do more firing, I'm going to give one command and they'll do all of those parts and pieces on their own without being told to. So let's look at these individual pieces. We shall load in 9 times. Load. Handle, cartridge. Tear, cartridge. Charge, cartridge. Draw, rammer. Ram, cartridge. Return, rammer. Cast, about. Shoulder, arm. Time, so it took a little while. It also gives you a pretty good glimpse of how complex it can be to make sure that you get all the parts and pieces that you need to make that weapon function. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to march the private out to the side, and he's going to fire that weapon. Right, face. Forward, march.
Hey, are you racist pussies gonna ram your rods and shoot your balls all over the battlefield?
Oh no. How the hell are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you, man.
I have
Remember I told you I needed a hand one day?
Yeah.
Daryl? Ed, Daryl.
Good to meet you, brother.
we have a lot of mutual friends, you and I, in town.
Sure we do.
I live out at Gettysburg West.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have half a loaf and an empty cup in my pack.
Yeah. I can hook you up.
No, I have half a loaf and an empty cup in my pack.
Alright.
From the Hava Mall.
Yeah,
And stuff. And you know something? You should really grow a beard.
yeah, I should. I gotta get working on that.
Nice to see you, fucko. We chat all the time.
Yeah.
I've been doing hikes for multiple sclerosis on the Appalachian Trail to benefit, and he's like really supported my, just sharing
awesome,
my shit.
dude. That's awesome.
Just sharing my stuff.
Are we friends on the book?
Not yet.
All right, well we need to be because I'll get it out there for you too, man.
A year ago, I was out at Spangler Spring for an event. I'm kitted out, I'm dressed out. This young kid comes up and he's looking at my shirt. He sees my Mjolnir. And no shit, this kid says to me, "Hey, oh, I love your hammer. I'm Ulf Hednar." I said, "Oh, you are? You're Ulf Hednar, are you?" And he says, "Oh yeah, you can find me on the internet. You can Google me." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna Google Ulf Hednar and about 6 million entries are gonna come up." He says, "What's your name?" I said, "Oh, well, I'm Thor." Ulf Hednar. I said, "Oh no, wait, it's Wednesday, I'm Odin." beautiful day for a walk. Any day is a beautiful day for a walk. A little warm for my taste. Missed my snow window for camping, but I'm still going on a week-long backpacking trip, so stay tuned. It'll be fun. I'm about a mile and a half from my house, out here in what's called McPherson's Woods or Erbst Woods, in Gettysburg National Military Park. And today I'm going to share a ghost story with y'all. This is never an ad for Amway. It's not an ad for the Psychic Network. And I'm not trying to get you to join a cult. But some things I've seen in my life is back in the early 80s when my grandfather died. Shortly thereafter, I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw him looking in my bedroom window, and he was lit up by light. I see other things, and I've seen things and had dreams in my life that are not drug-induced. No marijuana or LSD involved. And I'll share those with you another time. But I'm going to share with you just my first experience in Gettysburg. And this isn't a Gettysburg ghost series. I'm not a ghost hunter. But made the hair stand up in the back of my neck. And so I live out here on the battlefield. I'm about a 3-mile hike through the woods into the center of town. And one day, probably 3 years ago, and I practice what I preach. I walk as often as possible, hike through the woods, into town, run my errands, pick up groceries. I have a vehicle, but if you walk, you're getting that exercise that you need, that I need. In any event, I went into town, went to the library, picked up some books, and I was trucking home, and this is my usual route home on what we call day one of the battle, and I live over on Willoughby Run. And so I was walking home about this time of night, and again, I'm sorry if the video is dark. I'm always out late in the day or early in the day, but in any event, I was walking home, backpack, books, listening to tunes, and this is my usual route. And so it's about this time of day, about 5:30, and I'm walking right here. I'm about in this spot, and this is not a Civil War informational video or documentary of any kind. I'm not going to get into statistics, even though I could. I've lived and breathed the Civil War here and doing living history for the last 5 years. In any event, this is the scene of a great battle on July 1st, 1863. And the men of the Iron Brigade were engaging Archer's Brigade of Tennesseans and Burgoyne's North Carolinians. And so here, right across from right to left, thousands of men were shooting at each other. And I was right here, and I'm walking right up this way. The sun was out. It was a beautiful day. It was daylight. And right from behind that monument, I looked up and saw a shadow run right down that hill, this close to me, and disappear right when it hit the road. And the shadow did not have a head, and the shadow did not have a right arm. I've worked outside for almost 30 years, and at first I thought, well, it must have been a deer, but a deer in these parts would have a white tail. It must have been a shadow from a hawk, an eagle, an owl. There's really big owls here. The thing is like I said, I've worked outside for 30 years, and a deer would have been going into the woods, not ignoring me crossing the road. your mind, I often, wondered to myself, if I ever saw something like that, what would go through my mind? And at first, I tried to make logic out of it. I tried to, like I said, was it an owl? Was it, an eagle? Was it a shadow from the trees? The sun, the clouds passing over. Yeah, it freaked me out as I'm sitting there trying to make sense out of what I saw. And so I experienced what would go through my mind if I ever saw something like that. And I got to about this point in my walk, and that's when I realized I did indeed see what I saw. About a week later, and you guys see my photos on Instagram, you see my photos on Facebook. I like to take photos out here. It's beautiful here. It's the #1 reason I moved here, was for the natural beauty. It's a beautiful place to hike, walk, bike ride. It's full of history. You get a history hike. The Appalachians are nearby. Pennsylvania is a good place to live. You're near the ocean, you're near the mountains. There's lots of stuff to do. In any event, a week later, I'm walking, same spot, my same route. I have 2 trails that I take home right down here across the run. And so there's 2 trails that I take home, and so I always take those trails, and I'll be taking those trails now. Thanks for watching my trail videos. Thanks for watching my hiking videos. Back to the story. I digress. I'm walking the same spot where I saw the shadow, snapping some pictures. Sun was coming through the trees. It was beautiful. It was starting to get dark. I hope this isn't too dark. I apologize if it is. In any event, I'm snapping pictures. I'm taking some pictures of the Iron Brigade monument up there on that hill, and I am trucking home. I get home, I plug my USB into my computer to look at the photos that I'd taken, and a nice photo of the Iron Brigade monument. There's a definite form standing behind the monument. If you're familiar with Civil War accoutrements, the man was wearing what looked like, a slouch hat or an officer's hat, a stovepipe hat, one of the Iron Brigade type hats, a type of hat of the day. In any event, the guy's standing back there just kind of relaxing, and he's smoking on a cigar. And the thing is like I said, when I was there walking through there was nothing there. But when I got home and unloaded the photo on my computer, there's a man standing behind the monument just hanging out. And I posted the photo on Facebook. This was several years ago, and simply with the caption, "Does anyone see anything?" And everyone saw it. The guy was kind of had a little blue haze on him. I know it sounds spooky, but it was spooky. It was what it was. It's what I saw. A week earlier, I'd seen the shadow, and given the fact that thousands of men died fighting where I'm standing, Gettysburg is the most haunted place in the United States. People see things here every day. Again, not as a result of alcohol. But anyway, that's one of my ghost stories from Gettysburg. Thanks for coming along. On my way home, if you're tuning in to my channel here on YouTube, thanks very much. And subscribe. Check out my work on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. And I hope you guys have an awesome night. Over and out.
friendly motherfucker. Everything double checks.
A man trapped by his own body.
To Alan, to the start of his new life.
So you train monkeys exclusively for quadriplegics? How about if I were to donate a monkey?
She hasn't been exposed to anything weird in the lab.
No.
An animal trained to follow commands.
How am I supposed to take care of it, Jeff? The idea is that it's going to take care of you. She's unbelievable. She's like a miniature person.
Get rid of that bird, or so help me.
One with the mind for revenge.
I've been so full of anger. I've had the most horrible thoughts lately.
I've made up a formulation based on human memory cells I've been injecting one of my monkeys.
I don't like this change in you, Alan.
The other with the instinct to kill.
What the hell are you doing to her? Ella is getting out of the house, and I'm getting out with her.
You do know that that's impossible.
Man is the only animal capable of murder.
Ella, no!
Until now.
She did it for me. Did it because I wanted it done. Stop it!
From the director of Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero, the master of terror and suspense.
You're not gonna hurt me. I'm part of you.
Monkey Shines, a new into terror.
Hey guys, thanks for coming along. It is exhilarating out here. It's about 5 o'clock. The moon just came up from the east, and I'm trying to get some pictures of it. I couldn't get a ride to the observation tower I wanted to go to, but it's a 6-mile walk back. But I'm here near my home, in a place that I haven't shared with anyone, and it's pretty beautiful here, and the moon is coming up, and I'm gonna set up and get some pictures, so stay tuned. The moon's high in the sky. Wish you guys were here. If you're watching, thanks for coming along. It's beautiful out here. It's probably, I don't know, 10 degrees. It's crisp. I saw some beavers going down into the water over there. It's awesome. Stay tuned for later tonight. And I hope you guys had an awesome day. And again, thanks for coming along. How you like that? That is awesome. Did you see it? There's a Viking ship up there. I knew it. Neil Armstrong doesn't have shit on the Vikings. That is awesome. Thanks for coming along. I'll see you soon. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to push on. I'm going to head down down the mountain towards the reservoir. So let's see what we find. It's still early in the day. I made really good time today, but I feel like I got hit by a bus. I'm pretty obliterated, which is why I decided to head down the mountain. Like I said, I'm not too far from my destination. That's the word. Brain foggy. And I'm glad I'm going down that and not coming up it. For those who do not know, who've never hiked here in Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania has absolutely the rockiest trails in the entire Appalachian Trail. And A good part of the trails in Pennsylvania are rocky, just like that. That's rocks for a good ways down, and I'm way up here at the top, and so I'm gonna have to take some special care not to go all Humpty Dumpty down that. If each and every individual, more than 2,000 people every spring who attempt to through hike the entire Appalachian Trail from Springer Mountain, Georgia to Mount Katahdin. Imagine if every one of them engaged in some sort of charitable program such as Finish MS, where even if they could get a dime a mile for every mile they hike during their through hike to go towards curing cancer, towards curing blood diseases like hemochromatosis, or 25 cents a mile or $1 a mile to go towards multiple sclerosis research, or homelessness, food banks, food pantries, housing for the poor. And that just struck me. If one pebble lands in that pond of the world and creates a ripple in a fashion that it's one person who says, man, I could do that too. I could go out and do the things that I love to do, skiing, biking, hiking, and I can turn that into a charitable effort to help people for every mile I do. Imagine how that could change the world for so many people. So I hope a lot of people hear this message, and if you're hearing this message, please share this message. And I hope that somebody who has a hobby that they can take and turn that into something good that would benefit someone less fortunate. I hope they hear that, and I hope they take that and take their hobby and their passions and they do something good with it. And again, to reiterate, this was my practice trial test run, and the thing is, I can do this. I can really do this. This is just the start. I'm beat. I'm really beat. I'm really beat. But I am still rocking and rolling. I think I'm about down this mountain. And so I wanted to share what was on my mind just now about that. If more and more and more people would take the things that they love to do, hiking, biking, whatever it is, and turn that into a charitable effort to help people less fortunate, please follow suit. Please share. Please pass it on so that more people will think about it and more people will act on it. So rather than simply benefiting themselves, because I don't seek a dime, so rather than people benefiting themselves, they can continue to pursue their passions to benefit others. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I hope more people do too. And I hope some people hear this, and I hope some people follow suit. So, was on my mind, thought I'd share. Hey, howdy, hey. And just more beauty from the forest here in Meshaw, Caledonia. It's gorgeous. Rhododendrons everywhere, ferns everywhere, moss everywhere, even seeing vincas. And it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And wish you were here. And if you're not here, you should be here. And if you can't be here, I hope you can find some place just like here so that you can be there sooner than later. Right. Last leg. And I am headed down towards the reservoir. Last leg of my hike. and I am hot, stinky, sweaty, and tired. And where we are going to end up down at the reservoir is very pretty. It's kind of like the frosting on the cake, so worth it, definitely.
My name is Emily, and I live with MS. On a good day, I am walking fine. I can do just about everything I want to do.
My dad's doing pretty well. He's still walking, he still works full time.
With my new infusion, I am having more better days than bad days.
My knees feel good. I can actually feel all 10 of my toes.
I haven't had any symptoms or episodes in a long time. I think the rate at which we're finding discoveries in MS is pretty astounding.
A generation or two ago, people had no treatment options to turn to. The medications have really changed the course.
When Jean was diagnosed, she had been an avid cyclist, biking 40 miles every single morning.
People call me Dash. That's my nickname, because how I move rather quickly.
Altogether, I served for about 12 years, from 1991 to 2003.
Married to the person of my dreams, feeling really stable. And then everything just got ripped out.
Within a couple of years of her diagnosis, she was wheelchair bound, and just a few years later, she was bed-bound quadriplegic.
The doctors told me they weren't sure if I'd be able to walk without a walker or walk anymore.
I couldn't run. It would just mess with me in my mind, like Dash couldn't run.
My mom also had MS. I can only hope that when it comes to my MS, that it does not impact me as much as it did her.
You cry because you mourn your former self.
I'm thinking about my body holding up every day for the rest of my life. And that sucks. That really sucks.
But we're resilient. We always have been. All these drugs that we have to slow down the progression of the disease is great, but what I would like to see in my lifetime is an actual cure.
We've really come a far way in such a short amount of time.
If we continue doing what we're doing, raising more money, supporting more research, we will find a cure.
Talk to us, reach out to us, listen, because the only way we can find a cure is with help from everybody.
We have to go on offense. We have to change the course of this.
And I don't think that's a lot to ask.
There's a lot more that we can do.
Well, I appreciate everybody's attention, and I want to thank you so much for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys, so much for listening.
I want you to destroy the amulet. And me along with it. You brought me from the flames. You must send me back. You'll know the time. You must act while life is still in me.
Destroy the amulet. Smash it.
No! He said I'd know the time.
He told you to do it.
Not yet!
We are a movement by and for people affected by multiple sclerosis.
Until we end this disease forever,
We will do whatever it takes.
To accelerate breakthroughs.
We believe that we are stronger together.
That nobody should face MS alone.
We will be by your side every step of your journey.
from day one.
We'll be your partner through the challenges.
Sharing ideas and finding solutions.
We believe
That people live better lives.
When they are understood and supported.
It's hard to hear.
But you look so good.
When you feel anything but.
or to feel like MS is the only thing people see. We will be there for your loved ones so they can be there for you.
We'll shine a light on what it means to live with MS.
Till the rest of the world understands.
We believe that everyone deserves affordable medications.
A doctor who knows MS.
And a healthcare system that puts you first.
You should never have to choose
between paying your bills
and getting the care you need.
We will make sure your voice is heard loud
and clear.
We'll be your champion
from the halls of Congress
to City Hall.
We believe that you should be able to plan for the next 10 years.
Even the next 10 minutes.
Without MS getting in the way.
Complex problems take many solutions.
Coming together in just the right way.
We'll be there to help you piece it all together.
We'll work every day
so you can get what you want from life.
Even while living with this disease.
We believe that no one else should have to face the fear
and uncertainty
of an MS diagnosis.
And that those that have MS
should get back what they've lost.
Curing this disease takes a global effort.
We will fund the most
promising leads
and gather the brightest minds
to find a cure
as fast as possible.
We'll be unrelenting
until the
very end.
We believe.
We believe.
We believe.
that we all have something to contribute.
Whether it's time,
money,
connections,
or sheer passion.
there is strength
in numbers.
We're calling on you to join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Find your place in this movement.
We need you. We need you.
We need you.
Together, we will create a world free of MS.